what were the highlights of the annual general meetings of Transcorp today, and what key decisions or resolutions were made by the shareholders and the directors of the company?
Today was our 17th annual general meeting, and I would say the meeting was in two parts. First is shareholders commended the board and the management for a great job they've done. The company, one of the shareholders, Dr. Farouk, spoke about the company paying 500% increase in terms of dividend payment, and was also impressed that we're bidding to last. We're bidding Transcorp, not siphoning profits away, but making sure we reinvest and retain earnings. He reminded us that Warren Buffett says that companies that retain earnings and their profit are companies he invests in. So he commended management and requested the investing public to take advantage of the opportunities in Transcorp to invest more. On the other part, we had some resolutions which were passed. The reappointment of all the board members, due for retirement were all duly elected, re-elected. Also, the auditors re-elected, and most importantly, some business resolutions that will enable the company to do more, as we've always done, were also passed by shareholders. And it was a very, very good annual general meeting.
What are some of these key resolutions as far as the business operations itself is concerned as a group?
No, just, we like to capacitize and enable management to do what they do, because we have implicit confidence in the management led by Dr. Owen Omogiafo. And the resolution was, give us the enablement in case we see opportunities in the marketplace to take advantage of this. And we have empowered the shareholders have today empowered the board and management to do so.
2022, a very tough financial year, and I'm trying to find out how the various business groups like power, oil and gas, and hospitality and leisure were able to navigate the macroeconomic environment.
No, the operating environment is tough, but, we thank God for the quality of leadership at Transcorp. The group CEO and President, Dr. Owen, and team, they've done very well in making sure that all the sectors we operate in, the power sector, the hospitality sector, leisure, and even the oil and gas, upcoming sector, that we stay ahead. The hospitality business, Transcorp Hotel is the biggest hotel brand in Africa, and they continue to maintain that lead. Owen and Dugbe Olushola, Dugbe, the CEO of Transcorp Hotel, she's doing a great job there. And then our CEOs are the power businesses, they're doing very well. So the companies are doing well. In terms of in our power business, we have increased generation significantly, helping to improve access to electricity in Nigeria. The Transcorp Power really generates about 600 megawatts of electricity every day. Our installed capacity is about 1,000 megawatts, and our generating capacity is over 700. The only reason we cannot even do 750 a day is because of gas limitations. But we're integrating our energy play. Hopefully from our oil and gas plant, we'll be able to pipe gas to Transcorp Power and then increase, because Nigerians need electricity, and that's what we commit to Nigerians. Transcorp is about improving lives and transforming societies. We want to transform Nigerian society, and we know that power is critical for transformation of Nigeria, and that we're doing. And the hotel area, we're doing very well, recognized world over. And so I doff my hat for the team who are leading Transcorp. Interestingly, the CEO of Transcorp Hotel PLC is a woman. The group CEO of Transcorp is a woman. And then, of course, Chris, who is driving our wheeling power plant, is doing a great job.
Are you looking at taking Transcorp Power for listing on the Nigerian Exchange Limited anytime soon? No, and I hear that rumor from time to time, especially after some other competing institutions were listed on the exchange. No, we are long-term players. We want to grow more and significant value. We believe there are a few more things we need to do in the power sector so that that sector can actually grow some. The transmission lines have to be fixed, and the gas supply has to be fixed. And then we believe that when we improve transmission lines and also address the gas supply issue,
that would be the right time to do. So
we're looking at that's on the government side.
Yeah, we're looking at about 5 years from now. We're looking at about 5 years from now to list Transcorp Power, because we believe that by 5 years' time, the transmission line would have been fixed and the gas supply to the power sector would have improved significantly.
But there are always opportunities if you see, as you look at what the government is doing. So if there are opportunities to take on more, would you be willing to take on more? Opportunities on investments in the power sector or oil and gas, for example?
No, definitely. You know, we have a track record. You know, my track record as Tony Elumelu in Nigeria is my business turnaround track record. And then also creating opportunities for shareholders. So when we took over Transcorp, for instance, it was only Transcorp Hotel that existed. Transcorp Hilton Abuja existed. Today, we're talking of power plants with capacity of about 2,000 megawatts that Transcorp has invested in. So we know how to grow businesses, we know how to turn around businesses, and we know how to smell opportunities when they arise. So it's just starting, the journey is just starting. And that's why I'm happy that today, you know, a lot more interest is being shown in Transcorp shares.
So we're talking about the shares increasing and all that. Is it all about buying in of majority shares or big shares in Transcorp? We've seen, for example, on Tuesday, the market reopened for the week with more than 1 billion shares being traded in the market. The stock was up roughly 10%. So this buying interest, is it about what is in the news about Femi Otedola coming as a big player, buyer of Transcorp shares?
No, I think first, Femi Otedola is my very good friend.
That's good to know.
There are only 2 people I follow on the Instagram, my wife and Femi Otedola. That tells you the level of friendship that we have. And it's a man
you got to follow Arise.
Yeah.
You have to follow Arise News.
Okay, we'll consider that. My team will advise. But he's a man I admire and I respect, and he's a friend. In fact, we actually call ourselves brothers. So I welcome Femi's, I call him FO or Otedola. I welcome his investment in Transcorp. Yeah. That is what we want. I mean, come on. People get sentimental and emotional at times for no reason.
But two of you are in similar business. He's into power business, you are into power business as well.
What's wrong? There can be cross-holdings. You know, abroad, or even in Nigeria, we go on international road shows. What do? We go talk to investors to say, please come and invest in our companies. I'm happy to see an indigenous active investor community. I want to see, and I'm happy that Femi is investing locally, and he should be commended for that. You know, and I also welcome his investment in Transcorp, because the more people show interest in the activities, in the performance of the company, the more people invest in the company, the better for all shareholders. You know, you want to make your stock investors toast. And I am happy that Transcorp is becoming investors toast. If you remember, boasting, about 10 years ago, before we took over Transcorp, people were not interested in Transcorp. Even people who owned shares. When I wanted to buy over Transcorp, people who owned shares of Transcorp didn't even find their certificate because they lost confidence in the company. Today, under our leadership, Transcorp has consistently, 5 years over now, paid dividend every year. It never happened. You saw the company before. There's market capital appreciation for the company. So when friends and investing public come to invest in company like this, it's a validation. It tells you that they believe in your story, they believe in your vision, they believe in your management, they believe in your leadership, they believe in your competence. That is what has been demonstrated. And I like my friend to come on board. I like the fact that he's on board, and I look forward to working with him to take Transcorp to greater heights.
If there are areas of collaboration, is that what you would like to see more in terms of working with other business interests in Nigeria and those who are big there? Because the power sector, as well as oil and gas, is huge, and the potentials in this sector we're just still scratching the surface. I
think that the power sector is a gold mine. You know, and I'm happy that my friend who has invested in Transcorp also is in the power sector. But you know, we have over 300,000 shareholders in Transcorp. And 5% investment in Transcorp, 6% investment in Transcorp, 10% investment in Transcorp, they all add up. What's important is that we have a strong leadership, we have a strong board, and I will continue to deliver on shareholders' expectations, on the public expectations, so that collectively we'll make corporate Nigeria a better place. We have a track record for this already, and that's what we do, and that's what we'll continue to do with you, Transcorp.
I'm interested in your business vision and strategy, and sometimes with all that you do, I'm trying to find, and we're doing this interview in your library, and I begin to wonder what type of books do you read when you're here, sometimes perhaps by yourself, when Madame is upstairs, and I'm thinking, what do you read? How do you get the whole idea? The whole African capitalism has been explained, but now the business environment is very competitive, and Nigeria is an emerging economy, so I'm beginning to see, as you see, the transformation within the Nigeria space, within Africa, and globally speaking. What is Tony Elumelu doing? What is he reading? Where is vision coming from moving forward?
As you look around my library, as you already said, I like to read books because I derive a lot of inspirations from reading, and especially autobiographies. There's nothing that is new in the world today. There's nothing that I've not done before. So I like to read. I like to see how people handle issues and how they make progress. I watch movies like The Men Who Built America, and that's one of the inspiration and motivation for our investment in the power sector. You can't develop Nigeria, transform Africa in the 21st century with strong investment in power. Access to electricity and power is the commencement, the beginning of prosperity, of eradication of poverty, of eradication of illiteracy, of fixing insecurity. And that's why our group today, we have over 2,000 megawatts generating capacity of electricity. The interest in Transcorp has not started. A lot more will happen. I read books like Jim Collins's books, Built to Last. Built to Last tells you about the fact that investing, investment, and operating in the corporate world is a long journey. It's a marathon. And that's what we do. That's what we do in our group. That is the whole essence and philosophy of Africa, and ideology of African capitalism. We invest long term, not short term. We keep our eyes in the long range, and we have a track record for transforming businesses.
And you also play chess.
Yeah.
That's a game of the rich and a very deep mind.
I don't think about the rich. My boys played, but I tried to learn from them. You know, so I bought this for them, but they play this. I try to learn from them. They're improving. They're teaching me about soccer.
There's a whole lot of. It's a game of strategy, by the way. I think chess. That's what it is.
That's it.
You are a man of strategy.
Thank you. I feel flattered, but we think.
Thank you. It's nice speaking with us here on Arise.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for speaking with us on Arise News. We appreciate it. And congratulations on the annual meetings as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.